Foot on the hip to walk back. You gotta have something to walk with, yeah. Now, transfer the hand. Lock it up. Squeeze, both hands in the back of the head, knees together, hips up, there you go. We'll look at some cocktails you made, but we'll look at the finished part first. So, so instead of being wrapped around the body, wrapped around one shoulder, and come in is where you need to, like, to be comfortable, basically. Yeah. So with the legs, I want to bite hard because I don't want any space here, right? And if you come closer to me, yeah. I don't have any space, between my hips and his chest, not here, right? Because he might get his arm through if I'm loose. So I want this tight. So I'm gonna lift up my hips, grab his arm, feed it over, then grab the back of his head with the opposite hand, put foot on his hip, and I'm gonna get my hips off the ground and walk my shoulders back a little bit. So I get him kind of under my hips. Above my hips. Then I angle this a little bit more and grab as best I can. I'm kind of fat, so it's tough to do. And then the other foot comes across. If you only get partial like this, ideally you okay? Yeah. And try to stay as upright as you, just keep your balance as well as you can. You don't have to get higher, just keep your base wide. Yeah, that way you don't fall over too easy. So let's start from the beginning. So we're here, no space, lift the hips, feed the arm through, grab the back of the head, foot in the hip, your foot and your thigh on his shoulder. You lift your butt off the ground so that you can walk back a little bit. And you might even walk over a little bit to get a good bite, right? So I've only got a partial here. Ideally, I want my knee pit to go over my ankle. But because we're both big, it's kind of tough. But at this point, grab the back of his head, pull his head down, squeeze my knees together, and lift my hips up straight to get the choke. Okay. So, one time, go to the other side. Yep. Wait, yeah. So, first bit is having a good setup position. So, no space, lift the hips, feed this through. Any way you can get it fed through is fine. Then, opposite hand grabs the back of the head, foot in the hip, walk it out. Swing this to bite on the back of his neck here. If you can get your hand, that's great. I can't get that far, so get what I can. And then from here, grab the head. Sometimes if you have hair, you can pull the hair. Squeeze, and that's just from the knees he's about to tap. Bring this down. Sorry, all right? Bring this down and lift the hips. And get a little bit of a cough. Everybody got it? All right, let's say he's not tight here, right? If he's not tight, that allows me to get out. He has no choke now. Now granted, he let go of the cross. And maybe just because we're big that it stays tight. But if he lets too much space here, then I might be able to squeeze this through, and now there's no choke. So for a triangle, you need one arm in and one arm out, right? That's necessary. And then you keep the space so I can't make that 2 arms out or 2 arms in. That's why you stay tight. Keep your hips to them the entire time. Because if they feel anything release, they can get out. And they still have top position, which is bad. They can still have gravity for punches. So that's why, when you release the crossed ankles to do the, you control the head so you can do the walk back. If you don't control the head, if he feels that you've uncrossed, he'll just sit up and get out. you gotta watch, like if you're just holding here, that he can headbutt. And that does happen. So that's why this one is back here. And I'm staying kind of away. I've got this arm under control and I'm staying away from this one so he doesn't, if he hits me, it's not like hard power. Anyway, so from before, if he goes to, if he can't reach my head, he might start punching my body, right? Right, so you feel that, right? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, you're gonna have to get more pullback because that's just not even bothering me. So I don't even have to worry about that kind of punch. It's the one where he really pulls back, like, and puts his power into it, right? That's starting to hurt a little bit, right? So I feel for that, right? Go ahead, because you're gonna punch. And I get to this point where, you know, we're in the, across the bicep, right? And then trying to keep tight on his back, right? Because I don't want him to get away so much. So, if this happens, you know, and he's not punching again, and it happened to be this arm, so I'm going to transfer this to the head to keep his head down. And then from here, I'm going to use my shin to push this back so I can get his wrist under control. So a couple things here is I'm going to push this back. And if you're real flexible, you might be able to get your foot through the, like when you got it pushed back, hold that position, you might be able to get your foot through the peak of this, through his elbow pit. I'm not that flexible. So I'll still push it back, right, and extend my leg. So if I was here, push it back, I know what I'm capable of, so I'm gonna push this out, and then I'm gonna bring this close to me and throw this over, and then get my setup. From here, everything is the same. Stand, push it over, yeah. Good. You good? So one more time. So here, punching, okay, boom, and I find this. And then I'm going to use my shin to push this back so I can get wrist control. Try to maintain that bite on the back, right? Either extend or you pull it through. If you're flexible enough, you pull it through, like that way you never lose control of his wrist. But I'm not that flexible, so I'm going to stuff it a little bit and time it. Sorry about that. Stuff it and time it to get to the setup. Other way that this might happen is we're here, right? And I've got this pressed out, but maybe he's so strong he just pulls it free. Yeah, one more time. Maybe I can feel it, and I'm trying my best to hold it, he's pulling it free, and use that as timing to now get the setup. Okay, so a couple variations, isn't the same way to set it up, because you may not find yourself directly in the position to do the choke. You may have to work to it. Sometimes he may make a mistake of, say we're in here, and he starts to dig through because he's wanting to get his arm through. Go ahead, keep going, go, and you know, get out this way. Some people make that mistake. So if you feel he's doing that, it's like let him, and then reestablish it now, and now you're set up for the choke. Okay, right? Like you don't have to just kind of, this feels awkward. There's probably a reason it feels awkward. It's not a very good position, so you can, it's fine to move him back to where you need to move him. You especially see this like, in like, when we do like elbow escape from the mount, is people put their hips and they think, oh, I can't move the opponent, because there's so much of this like, don't like force it or muscle it. And that's true, except in those circumstances, you're not really muscling it. It's the position allows you to move them. Like you wouldn't like, I mean, yeah, if you're getting a punch thrown at you and you want to do a parry, yeah, you move the target. That's just smart. But you also move your hand, and you move his fist away sometimes. It's not just like, oh, I don't want to touch him, and not make him move. Like, you make the move all the time. If you're doing the motogaku, you're making his body move a certain way. So feel free to, like, again, you want it to be technique. It shouldn't be like muscular strength to move them. But also don't get an idea that you can't move them. So if it doesn't, if you're unsure, try to move them. And if you can't, because they're too heavy or something, well, then adjust some other way. Like, I don't know if this will work or not, but let's try it. Let's say he's kind of over this way again, like before. And it's like, I can't move him. Well, I can move myself. And stay strong, don't. So base out with your hands, right? So let's say we're on this side. Okay, this way I can't push you because your arm's in the way, right? So that's fine, I'll just move myself to where I need to be, if he's that hard to move. But if I can, like, let's say this isn't so braced, or his hand is like trying to strangle me or something, and he's kind of leaning this way, and it's awkward, maybe there's some other lie, but if I want a triangle where I need to reposition him, I just move him where I want him to be, right? So, like, free will is like it's probably my single top value in life, but he chose to attack me, and I'm choosing to defend myself, so no one has, broken that rule, I guess. So we're in a fight. So I'll force him to my will if it's needed. All right. Anyway, keep going. So let's say like you're down low, okay, but you're not punching. I'm like, okay, I need something to happen here. So what I might do is hip out and push this and force this. Right. Sorry about any heel strikes. Just trying to bite. And now we're back to this, right? And everything's the same. So basically you force the shin to elbow thing. Okay? So if he's low and he's not really doing anything, right? I might hip out and make this happen. Okay? So for uke, it's kind of a, yeah, however you want. I'll be in your dark. We're here, and we've been fighting, you got me under control, and I'm like, all right, I'll hang out here. So then you release one side, hip out. Yeah. So that way you can get to this, and now you can get your position. Okay. So it's just forcing the issue. Okay. Couple things in this. One, yeah, I can't get my feet across. These are too big. So you squeeze with your inner thighs as much as you can. But let's say he's kind of low on me. He's kind of pressing up towards me, right? Yeah. So this is gonna be tough to do because he's so high on me. So what I want to do is, as best I can, is shoot my legs up and grab the top of as high up on his back as I can. Right? Now I can't connect. What I can do is extend. Stay down. Don't make it easy on me too much. But here is that pushes him back a little bit. Right? So now, it's almost like I'm gonna do a get up. Push on his head, get my foot to his hip, my other foot to his other hip. Okay? And then from here, I'm gonna scoot out while I get double wrist control. And this is tough on this grippy mat. But he still wants to have pressure toward me because he's the one trying to kill me. Right? So from here, I keep him out with my feet, and then I retract my leg, and then I let him in. And now we're back here. Everything else is the same. Okay? This is for if he's really big and heavy, or he's too high up, or he's really pushing weight like upwards on me. Right? And as best I can, I'm going to shoot my legs up as high as I can and lock. If you can lock, that's great. I'm going to show this real quick. So see, if you have someone you can actually lock around, right, and he's still heavy, I'm going to go up high and lock, and then extend my feet and push his hips back, right? And then I can get, have him back further, bite the back, hip out, get the foot on the hip, other foot gets on the hip, extend. As you extend, you get wrist 2-on-1 wrist control. Then retract your leg, feed it through, and then get back to the triangle setup. So the indicator is he's kind of heavy and he's pushing towards me. You know, got some control here. Of course, I defend his punches first because I don't want to get knocked out. But climb, extend as much as you can, push the head to the side, and then hip out. Like, and he's still keeping pressure towards me. He's bigger than me. He should want to be able to dominate. Until I get wrist control here. Now let him in. And everything's the same from there. Okay. Well, that was quick. You can still keep fighting him. You don't have to give up yet. If you can get out, you can get out. Hey.
Okay. I just want you to know I'm in the building.
Yeah, oh, I heard some people talking.
Okay. All right.
Push him off. Or walk yourself back so you're not lifted up. There you go. Not bad. Keep moving, keep moving. If you're the bad guy, keep attacking. He started to fall over. Get your base back. Look. Switch it over, and then press it. Press it, press it, press it. Yeah. That makes it harder. Remember what to do? Or are you just being patient?
I'm just waiting.
You can keep trying to get out there, Josh. You don't have to just give up. So if he starts to stack, you walk out again. And there you go. Keep your hips down for that one. Hips down on that one. Keep going, keep going. He's putting weight on you, you're not going to be able to punch him. He's putting weight on you, dropping back into stage one. Just watch the head collision. Let him work. Just relax. Breathe. Let him do all the work. There you go. Cross it up. There you go. Now control. Just be patient. And Drayson, you can keep working. You can try to get out if you want to. Whenever you see the opportunity, you can go for it. Other hand, other hand. That way you keep maintaining that wrist control. There you go. Good. Nice, nice. Walk your shoulders out, walk your shoulders out. If he's that high on you, walk it out. Yeah, control those punches. Just maintain a good position. Keep your hips close to his chest. Make him carry your weight. You all right? Oh, he's getting out. everybody going twice? Okay, keep going. One more time. So if you're in a triangle, like, don't try too hard to get out. That way they still recognize the opportunity rather than just being free rundori. That is to give them the opportunities. There it is. There it is. Yeah, push it, or go around the world. There you go. Now control. Walk yourself out. Yeah. Don't be in a rush. Just control if you need to let him work for a bit. Judge how hard are the hits that he's giving you. Oh, yo, don't open up. Don't open up. There you go. Just control in there. Just relax. Don't exert any more than you need to. Now you don't have it. You don't have it because you got to have one arm in. There you go. Now you've got the opportunity. Go back to the basic. Lift your hips, push the arm. Nope, no. Lift your hips, push the arm across. Okay, hold that. Press his arm back. That way he doesn't get it out so easy. Now, walk back. Foot on the hip to walk back. You gotta have something to walk with. Yeah. Now, transfer the hand. Lock it up. Squeeze, both hands on the back of his head, knees together, hips up. There you go.